Title: Sammy's Second Chance. Prologue. The golden grass of the Free State swayed gently in the afternoon breeze, stretching endlessly toward the horizon. Sammy Ngzumalo sat on the cracked steps of a rundown house in Welcome, clutching a half-empty bottle of cheap brandy. Once a boy of promise, he was now a man weighed down by regret. Sammy wasn't always like this. He had been full of ambition and dreams of becoming an engineer. What happened? The story begins here, with Sammy staring at the remnants of his life and wondering if there's still a way to fix it, or if it's already too late. Chapter 1: A Shining Star. Introduce Sammy as a bright and optimistic young man. He's the pride of his family, with a talent for problem-solving and an affinity for fixing broken machinery, a skill taught to him by his late grandfather, a former miner. We see Sammy's close bond with his mother, a hard-working single parent, and his little sister, Zinzi, who looks up to him. Sammy dreams of studying engineering and finding a better life beyond the dusty mines of Welcome. Chapter 2: The Wrong Crowd. Sammy's life takes a turn when he befriends a group of older boys who promise him an easy road to success. These boys, led by the charismatic but dangerous Mandla, introduce Sammy to alcohol and late-night escapades. At first, Sammy convinces himself it's harmless fun. But soon, the partying interferes with his studies, and his grades plummet. His mother confronts him, but Sammy's pride and frustration blind him to her concerns. He lashes out, widening the rift between them. Chapter 3: The Spiral. Sammy's life begins to spiral as he turns to alcohol to numb his growing sense of failure. He loses his scholarship to a technical college, and his relationship with his family deteriorates. Despite his street smarts, he falls deeper into the crowd's influence, borrowing money he can't repay and alienating Zinzi, who still believes in his potential. The chapter ends with Sammy being evicted from his small apartment and moving into a shabby, overcrowded tavern. Chapter 4: A Chance Encounter. On a stormy night, Sammy sits in the corner of the tavern, contemplating ending his life. Enter Mrs. Mollify, his former high school teacher, who recognizes him. She's shocked to see how far he's fallen and speaks to him with a mix of tough love and compassion. "You've got a gift, Sammy," she tells him. "Your life isn't over yet, you just need to decide to fight for it." Her words stay with him, sparking the flicker of hope that Sammy thought he'd lost. Chapter 5: The Struggle for Sobriety. This chapter focuses on Sammy's grueling journey to sobriety. He joins a local support group led by Thandi, a woman who has overcome her own struggles with addiction. Sammy quickly realizes that getting clean isn't just about giving up alcohol, it's about confronting the root causes of his pain. He battles intense cravings, self-doubt, and the temptation to return to his old ways. Chapter 6: The Healing Process. Through the support group, Sammy begins to rebuild his life. He reconnects with his mother and apologizes for the pain he caused her. He also starts jogging in the mornings, inspired by Thandi, who introduces him to the therapeutic power of running. The vast fields of the Free State become his sanctuary, each step a reminder that he's moving forward. Sammy also rediscovers his talent for fixing machinery and takes on odd jobs repairing equipment around town. Chapter 7: A New Purpose. Sammy learns about a local mechanic looking for an apprentice and seizes the opportunity. He immerses himself in the work, finding joy in solving problems and building things again. His confidence grows, and he begins to envision a future where he can pursue his dream of engineering. Meanwhile, his relationship with Thandi deepens, but they both know they must prioritize their individual healing before fully committing to one another. Chapter 8: The Past Resurfaces. Just as Sammy starts to feel stable, a twist shakes his world. Mandla, his former friend, shows up, now involved in criminal activities. Mandla tries to drag Sammy back into his old life, threatening him when he refuses. Sammy also discovers evidence linking Mandler to a series of robberies. Torn between staying silent to protect himself or reporting the crimes to the authorities, Sammy faces a moral dilemma. Chapter 9: The Turning Point. Sammy decides to take a stand, reporting Mandler to the police despite the risks. In doing so, he becomes a target but also finds an unexpected ally in Thandi, who rallies the community to support him. This act of courage marks a turning point in Sammy's journey, showing him that he has the strength to face his fears and make the right choices. Chapter 10: Redemption. The story concludes with Sammy finding redemption. He secures a scholarship to study engineering and leaves welcome to start a new chapter. Before he goes, he thanks Mrs. Molefai, reconciles with Zinzi, and promises Thandi that they'll both keep working on themselves. The final scene shows Sammy running through the golden fields of the Free State, the weight of his past lifting as he moves toward a brighter future. Epilogue. Years later, Sammy returns to Welcome as a successful engineer. He starts a community program to mentor young people and share his story of struggle and triumph, proving that it's never too late to change.